Welcome back to the third and final segment of the Loveland Important Loan Arranger Show. We've been talking how interest rates are coming down. Should you refinance now or not? We've been talking about 2024 versus 2025 sales. When you're a seller, how greedy should you be in this market? Really not that greedy. And I'm going to dive into investing, Bruce. I've got a couple listings real quick I want to mention, finish these out here. I've got a great first-time buyer's home, 3-bedroom, 1-bath, half-acre lot in Orange City. 269,000. I love that South Volusia, DeLand, DeBerry, Orange City. I love that area for homes for first-time buyers. Great little area. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, 1-car carport, 1-car garage. Perfect inside. Kitchen's done, tile everywhere. Enormous yard. No homeowner association for 269. I've got let's call it a pre-foreclosure sale in Hunters Creek. Now, Bruce, I talk about this as a buyer's market kind of. This listing is the best price listing around. It needs about 20,000. This home is for 457,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with a pool. With pools, when they are in good condition, they're selling for 490. This house is 2,000 square feet with a pool for 457. So great price. It's priced in there, and really, it's all cosmetic. Nothing mechanical. It's all cosmetic. Just needs paint, some kitchen done, but it is livable the way it is with a nice pool out back and a nice size yard in Hunters Creek, right near the schools. The kids can walk to the elementary and the junior high. And then I've got a beautiful home here, Bruce, custom, 725,000. For 2,700 square feet, 5 bedrooms, 3 baths, or it could have a 6-bedroom it's a bonus room. You throw the teenager up there. It's all 1 floor except for the bonus room. Enormous lot, almost 0.5 acres. And then you've got a pool out back, screened in, $80,000 kitchen.
Beautiful.
Laminate flooring and tile flooring everywhere throughout the house. Actually, mostly tile floor in that whole home. 3-way split plus the bonus room. So you got an outlaw wing, you got the bonus room upstairs, you got 2 bedrooms and a bath. Every wing has its own bathroom. Master's got a den or a nursery right off the bathroom, the master bath, which was renovated for $725. So give me a call if you'd like to take a look at any of those at 407-352-8118. And I want to dive in. We haven't talked about DSCRs, Bruce.
I love them. DSCRs want a fabulous program for people that want to purchase investment properties. So many of you have attended Cleve and I's Leapfrog program. We show you how to get into multiple properties over the course of your lifetime. This DSCR program is really designed for people that don't really want to provide their tax returns. Maybe they're showing a lot of write-offs. Maybe they have a lot of companies and they just don't want to supply tax returns and balance sheets and profit and loss statements like you have to on a conventional loan. A DSCR and the interest rate is not much different than a conventional interest rate.
It's actually better than a regular investment loan, right?
They're as good as a regular investment conventional loan all day long, but so much easier. And the only income that's used to qualify the buyer is the rent that property would produce on the open market. And if you're buying short-term rental, we can use the Airbnb comparables on those as well. So all we're looking for is a 1-to-1 ratio. In other words, the mortgage payment is no higher than the rent that's being received. 1-to-1 ratio. The rent can be greater, but it can't be less. Now, what happens when they fall out and be less? Well, I've got another program that only allows for 75% of the rent to equal the payment. So if you had $1,000 payment and the rent was only $750, now we don't see that, but I'll use that as an example, that can still work.
Yep.
Now, why would an investor buy a home knowing that the rent is negative from what their payment is?
They know the prices are kind of slow right now. Appreciation is flat or 2 or 3%, but it's going to stop. It's going to turn around because rates are coming down now.
Every indicator with every investment organization that I'm involved in is saying, buy now. We are getting ready to have a turnaround. The problem is I don't think enough first-time home buyers get the signal. They're not getting it. They're still caught up on it's hard. The cost of living is just higher. So they're so caught up on that. But what's going to happen is the prices are going to get further and further away from them instead of closer to them. So look at buying now. I've got Hometown Heroes available. We're locking people in every single day on Hometown Heroes.
Yep.
So this is not going to last too long. We locked in, I would bet you close to 3, if not 5 this week alone on Hometown Heroes. So we want to help you get into a home. If down payment is your issue, you call me. If credit is an issue, let me help you fix your credit. If cash to close is an issue, let me help you with down payment assistance. I can help you. There's a loan for almost everyone out
And
there.
I mentioned DSCR because I wanted to talk about investments for a while. Investing in property, I have people call me. Froggers, usually, half the people in the room will grab the idea and say, all right, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to rent my primary out and buy another primary and do this 4 or 5 times over the next 15, 20 years or 10, 20 years. And that's one way to get into investment property. I like that way because you don't have to empty your savings account. But when I have investors call me, and I get them all the time, they hear me on the radio, they call me, go, well, I need that investment that cash flows at 10%. And I'm like, in real estate overall will pay you, and usually you're going to make about 5 to 6% on your money. And then you're going to make 2 or 3% on appreciation on average. But the amount the property cash flows is not the property's fault. That's real estate in general.
Yes, it is.
And you can hit a home run by doing a nice remodel on a property and make it rent for a little more. You can hit a home run because you made a good offer, but making those offers that are 80% of list price don't get you anywhere. That's along with the guys that advertise all the time.
I'll tell you, if you really want to make a profit right out of the gate, when it comes to rental properties, then you probably need to look at short-term rental. And short-term rental is going to be a little bit more. It's going to be more of a job.
That is not passive income. But what I want to tell people is getting into this is just like going to your financial planner and saying, all right, how's my portfolio? Am I conservatively invested because I'm going to be retiring in 10 years? How am I invested on the real estate? That's what you're going to make. And then if you get some tax advantages, you might make another 1%. And the debt reduction, if you count that every year with the mortgage going down, you're going to make a little bit more.
Sure.
But the cash flow is not the property's problem.
No.
So if you definitely have the cash flow,
keep somebody from wanting to engage in real estate if they don't see that they're getting a positive.
And that's
cash
the thing,
flow.
because all these shows glamorizing the flipping and the Airbnbs and stuff. It's funny, the Airbnb shows have faded. There used to be a lot of those vacation rental shows. They've all faded because after,
even when you look at Zombie Flippers, which is a local flipping organization right here, I look at what they paid for the renovations and I'm like, you can't do that. No, I know what
it's total
malarkey. Cost.
No, total malarkey.
It's not.
They bought one of my listings several years ago, and I know for a fact they lost money on that. They lost money.
I think they're doing it just for the show.
Just for the show. Yeah, that's drama. So, but real investing, that's what you're going to make on your money. You want a cash flow, then you got to put down a little more money. Or 2-3 years from now, when you refinance them, Bruce, when investment rates are down in the low 6s and their rent has risen 3% each year, hopefully, as rents start to rise again, and the economy gets better. That's how you're making the money. And the appreciation, on that starter home, that rental home around the median price, when that jumps back to 5-7%, that's where you're making money.
Absolutely.
So if you're really serious about investing in real estate, I don't think everybody should go all in on it, but I think everybody should have a rental or two.
Go all in on any investment. That's like taking everything out of your 401k and putting it in Bitcoin. One person may have gotten lucky and did well, but most of us won't. You need to dollar cost average. It's what we are taught in school. It's basics investments. You put some in the stock market, some in bonds, some in real estate, and you have a diversified portfolio. That's a smart way to do it. We're not telling everybody to only invest in real estate. I'm telling you that real estate was the easiest investment, because even if you're investing in stocks, if you're not watching cycles and trends, and this is an emerging market account, this is a global account, this is this, and oh my God, the global account did really good last year, but this year it's not expected. I got to be aware of that stuff. I don't have to do that with real estate. I can go, here's how much my rent is.
It's semi-passive. Yep. And every once in a while you have a bump, like the AC. We had that 100-degree heat a month ago, and I had 10 AC units out, and a couple of them, they were done. We had to replace them. But the house is worth more. You gotta treat your tenants like they're staying at a Marriott, a nice Marriott, and they will stay longer. They will take care of the properties. If you want to do this right, call me 407-352-8118. Bruce and I can help make you a millionaire in real estate.
Absolutely.
It's one of the best careers.
Lots of people before, lots of them before you. You can reach the Loan Arranger. I'm here to help you with your financing. Maybe you're not looking to buy a home. Maybe you're not looking to refinance, but something, people that we can help. And Cleve and I, we count on you, our listeners out there, to help us find people that we can help. We will not give anybody a song and dance or a sales pitch on why they should do this and why they should do that. We will make sure that we align you with deals that are going to be lucrative. We don't want you to buy a property and turn around and go, oh my God, man, they sold me a dog. I don't want that. You don't want that.
I had a gentleman ask me about, he texted me a duplex. Actually, excuse me, it was a quadruplex. And he said, why don't I do something like this? And it was like 4 2-bedroom, 1-bath apartments.
Right.
In an area. I said, well, tell you what, go over there and Just walk down the street
Mhm.
with your wallet in the air about 10 o'clock at night.
Oh boy.
And he goes, why would I do that? I'm like, you wouldn't, just like you wouldn't buy in that area. And you will make those riskier rentals where the tenants, there's lower rents, like 1,000, 12, 1,400, where there's lower rents. You'll make more on your money. Like you might make 7 or 8% instead of 5 or 6, but the wear and tear on the property is worse. The collecting, the late payments, opportunity for just the properties getting torn up is much higher. That's why I like the median price
if
home.
you're renting in low rent areas that have high probability of people not paying their
It
payments,
won't be semi-passive.
it won't be.
You're better off with an Airbnb.
It's not that make it a job. If you want to do that, I've known plenty of people that have made good money, but it is their job. So you've got to be aware of that.
Yep.
My name's Bruce Woodburn. I am the loan arranger. I can help you with any financing you want when it comes to residential real estate, anything from purchasing, refinancing, renovating, home equity line of credit, you name it. I got it. You can build it, fix it, whatever you need. I've got the loan program. Call me right now at 407-250-9144 or get your application started at webringyouhome.com. Simple, easy. You know, Cleve, we always start off with a soft credit pull. We don't want to do anything to affect somebody's credit. I had a guy the other day, he must ask me 3 times, you sure it's going to be a soft pull? Sure it's going to be a soft pull. The only we will not do a hard pull without your permission. Period. We will not do it. Now, if you're ready to go to contract, you have to have a hard pull because your credit score could be slightly different on a hard pull than it is on a soft pull.
You mean that app that tells me how much I spent on Starbucks coffee, which I don't shop at Starbucks, but that app's not the real score?
No, it's not the real score.
Probably about
the Karma is not the score
10% higher.
Company's
Exactly. The Karma is just selling your data to people.
That's what they do. And that's a good point. It's a good point because if you are doing something that's free, you are the product. Okay. So if Credit Karma is free, where do you think they're making their money? They're selling your data. And same with TurboTax, same with any of those free services. You are allowing the people that have the most sensitive information on you to be able to sell your information. Because if you read the disclaimers on those, they have the ability to sell that information. And they do. That's where they're making their money.
All right. I want to ask you, Bruce, what's going on with new construction?
Well, I got Trinity Family Builders is opening up some new communities. That we've got one now in Eustis. We've got one in DeLand. They are expanding. We are doing lots of different programs. They will pay up to $35,000 toward your closing costs when you use the loan arranger for your financing, up to 35. We can include buy downs, permanent, temporary, cover all the closing costs. We can do all kinds of things, or you can use some of that $35,000 towards upgrades if you want to build your home.
I've got townhomes around town. They still have those townhomes on the edge of Claremont. They sell that out.
No, they still have them. They've got a few
low
left
threes,
in Blue Ridge.
Low threes.
Yep. Absolutely. Matter of fact, those are so attractive. A couple of their own employees have actually bought in there. I mean, it's a beautiful.
And I've got a townhome community in the at $299, Bruce.
That's insane.
Right by Stetson and DeLand. So different market, but townhomes, great condition, great rental. So if you have any questions or anything you need, real estate or mortgage, call me or Bruce, 407-352-8118. Are we up against the break?
Yeah, we're getting close to a break here. So let's give out a phone number and then we're going to talk about what we're going to cover next week.
All right, 407-352-8118 and cleveloveland.com.
Yeah, or the loan arranger at 407-250-9144.
I know that.
Or webringyouhome.com. We want to thank you guys for listening to Cleve and I today. We are here to help you, your family, your friends. We are right in your backyard, and we'd love the opportunity to help you. Have a great weekend.
Have a good weekend.